still not working. Testing. Okay, yeah, it is working. Cool. Anyways, we're gonna go through some of these files here, I guess. Um, we shall see what's I gotta make sure it's actually gonna be picking up my display. Okay, cool. All right. So the new UFO files were finally released, and we are gonna go through them together. Depending on if you guys are interested in this stuff or not, I think there's gonna be some cool things happening here. So right away we had some pictures get released. One of the ones that stood out to me I thought was really cool was this one right here. Um, an actual site photo with FBI lab rendered graphic overlay depicting corroborating witness reports from September 2023 of an apparent ellipsoid bronze metallic object materializing out of a bright light in the sky 130 to 195 feet in length and disappeared instantaneously. Now, what's really cool about this is we've actually seen something similar to Dr. Stephen Greer on his website, a very similar UFO. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole pulling that one up right now. But so today we had some things that were released. Obviously, what's happening is this is what's happening. Donald Trump has released has directed the Department of War and the FBI and the CIA to release any and all UFO files. So basically, this is the website if you want to go to it, war.gov-UFO. That's been saying it on the news, and you can. Everybody's been knowing about this for a while now. 161 files so far have been released, which is really interesting. So we're gonna go through them. I kind of want to see what's on these. I kind of went through them a little bit myself. So we download them here. We're gonna go through the first one here. So this one here was the FBI 62HQ case file includes. It includes investigative reports, eyewitness testimonies, and public reports concerning unidentifying flying objects and flying discs, documented between June 1947 and July 1968. The records include high-profile incident accounts, photographic evidence from sites like Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and technical reports regarding potential propulsion systems. Additional topics include convention programs, research accounts, and extensive media coverage from the period. This file is partially posted on FBI Vault with more redactions and some pages missing. Included here is the complete case file with several newly declassified pages and only minor redactions. Now, I have never looked at these myself on the FBI website. Um, where'd our download go? Oh, is that? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So we're gonna go through these. Every time I see these kinds of pages, they kind of make me laugh. They almost look fake, but it's just because it's so real, right? We're actually seeing things that are so real, they almost look fake. So what do we got here? September 6, 1966. This is from New Hampshire. It's a letter uh, with enclosures have been received. I appreciate the interest which prompted you to write. In response to your inquiry, the Bureau is strictly an investigative agency of the federal government, and as such, neither makes evaluations nor draws conclusions as to character or integrity of an organization, publication, or an individual. I'm sorry I cannot be assistance to you, however, but you may be in the communication will be made a matter of record. Sincerely yours, Edgar Hoover. So let's see what's going on here. So this is the true copy, August 31st, 1966. Very interesting. Dear sir, I'm a member of NECAP and I'm very much interested in UFO flying saucers. Several weeks ago, a fellow employee received a letter of business from Arizona with a stamp on the back, see enclosed. Being interested in UFOs, I asked for a stamp to be sent $3 for the issues of the AFSCA. Um, Yada yada yada. Doesn't seem like there's too much going on here, but he sounds like he's interested in about UFOs, so he's just reading. I'll be 63 years old in a few days. My husband passed away at 4/30/65. I have worked as MGR in Range Department for the NH Institute Co. in Manchester, NH, 44 years this month. Very truly yours. Okay, we got some more. So this is a convention that happened back in 1966, Reno, Nevada. Looks like they got movies, slides, exhibits, books, literature, flying saucer convention. So an Amalgamated Flying Saucer Clubs of America Incorporated. So speakers are, let's read what this is about. This is interesting. So this would have been something that happened back that where you could have actually went to it. I wonder if anybody has ever went to this and can remember any times. Because it wasn't that long ago, 1966. My dad was born in 1965, so if you're somebody who's, 75 years old, you could have went to this no problem. Let's see. Amazing experiences with spacecraft from other planets and their occupants by the greatest assembly. I've contacted these speakers since our Los Angeles convention in 1959 at the Stalter Hilton. So the Flying Saucers Club of America Incorporated. I wonder if anybody's ever been part of this. So here we have a report. Deputy gets too close to flying saucer. Can I zoom in on that? How do I? So he says it was Ohio AP, Ravenna. We were close, closer than I ever wanted to be, said the deputy sheriff who chased the unidentified flying object from Otto to Pennsylvania. Hundreds of persons in both cases reported seeing the brilliant and shiny object early Sunday morning. And they actually have a picture of it too, which is really cool. That's interesting. So I think these are a lot of like old, just kind of reports for UFOs. Here we go. We got some good pictures here of them. It's cool because you actually can see a design, so you can tell this one was a man-made one right here. It's the same one all throughout these. So these remarkable photos of flying saucers were taken by Dr. Daniel W. Fry, president of Understanding Incorporated of P.O. Box 76, Merlin, Oregon 97532. Your editor enlarged them from the original 16mm color movie film. Spots on the photos are due to extreme enlargement of scratches and dust spots on the film. Of special interest is the fact that the same type of craft is photographed near Merlin, Oregon in a wooded section, and again near Joshua Tree Caliph on the desert. So this UFO has been photographed in many different areas. That's interesting. We got flying saucers popping up all over. People saw 6 flying saucers. Interesting. Who's in all those saucers? Flying saucers are real. The Annogated Flying Saucer Club of America. Interesting. So United States Government Memorandum, Director FBI. The Philadelphia Division, 92266. Okay. So these are all just accounts. With respect to your inquiry, matters pertaining to sightings of UFOs or flying saucers are not within our jurisdiction of the FBI. So admitting to it, um, so this is the Office of Director Federal of the FBI. Sir, for the past 20 years, the United States have been having an increase in problem of UFO flying saucers, and nothing is being done about it as it should be. The Air Force have maintained that the sightings have been gas, light, weather, etc. But by taking to some of the people that have seen UFO, I'm wondering if the Air Force isn't lying. I'm not the only one wondering this, for the people that I've talked to say that after Michigan sightings and the others, they would not report it for the Air Force as if they did not see a UFO. That was in 1966. So we're talking about Michigan sightings in 1966, which is interesting because we actually had Michigan sightings very recently. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so this is another memorandum. So enclosed are copies of our Armed Forces Focus on UFO, which have been published by this row, supplements of the San Francisco Examiner and Chronicle Sunday night. Okay. What got me was the bottom, so the book describes UFOs as polished metal objects radiating heat and light sufficient to have burned witnesses who were too near, and emitting some force field that interferes with electromagnetic instruments and power sources, which is what we see happening. Color ranges from brilliant white to dull reds and brilliant orange. Some objects have carried blinking lights. There are 3 basic shapes: Zeppelin-shaped ships up to 300 feet long, disc-shaped objects ranging from a few feet in diameter to 100 feet, with many reported at about 30 feet in diameter, and 3 egg-shaped objects, which are, according to the author, are the ones most recently sighted. So a few witnesses have reported seeing crewmen who have landed from the objects, who are described as 3.5 to 4 feet tall, wearing what appear to be space suits and helmets. Author Edwards concludes this book with the prediction that in the near future UFOs will make an overlanding or deliberate contact with Earth. A copy of this letter is being directed to Denver in view of the contract awarded with Dr. Edward U. Condon. The above is being called to the Bureau's attention in view to the press report and mounting pressure for the civilian-controlled investigative agency to handle UFO matters. Okay, that's really interesting. Let's scroll down some of these files here. I want to see what else we got. Just in this one alone, we have like 184 pages, so there's going to be a lot for people to go through, I think. And I think that the more that we go through it and the more that we start dissecting some of this stuff, it's going to be easier. Okay. Oh, what's this? The World Aeronautical Chart, Lily Lake. Oh, here we go. Photographs of a flying disc at Saybrook, Illinois, 7/26/1947. Here we go. So the SI file 6209 or 1445. Let's see if we can. I want to see if I can blow this up. Zoom in. Russia. It says Russia on it. I can read pretty clear. That says RUSSIA. That says Russia. Now, judging by the size of that spring, flying disc. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Russia. Oh. Is that a spark plug? I'm curious if it's a flying disc, how it's very interesting. Let's see if we can, let me zoom this over here. Yeah, with reference to your letter, it is desired that you contact the appropriate Army officials in the event they are not interested in receiving this alleged flying disc and it may be destroyed. So I think we got more accounts, memorandums. This is stuff, if you wanted to read these, they're basically just saying, hey, we saw UFOs. That's what they're saying here is we saw UFOs. I wish to acknowledge received your letter. The agent of Albany, New York office will conjure. Okay, yeah, no, don't need that. Let's see if we can scroll down some of these other guys here. We want to see flying discs. 'Cause that's what we're here for. Like, let's be real. We're all here for flying discs. We're not here to read people saying we saw UFOs because we've been doing that for, you know, 100 years now, basically. Almost 100 years. I guess 90 years. Yeah, so we got no more pictures in this one here. Um, we're gonna pull up this next one. What do we got? We got some more files here. Flying objects in Guam. Identified flying objects have been observed by 3 American enlisted men of the 147th Airways and Air Communications Service Squadron at Harmon Field, Guam. The report that the 10:40 hours on 14th August of 1947, two objects which they described as small crescent-shaped and traveling at a speed twice that of a fighter plane passed over them on a zigzag course in a westerly direction at an approximate altitude of 1,200 feet. Okay. So, more counts. We saw UFOs. Oh, what's this? Okay. So, these are just confidential pieces? Oh, that's interesting. This looks like a rock. This looks like a little different, but okay. Okay. It is noted that the original Boston teletype reflected that this inquiry was being treated as secret matter at MIT and advised that the cooperatively small number of research scientists at MIT during the summer had no publicly. Okay. Flying discs. Some more counts. UFOs, UFOs. We saw more UFOs. We got some photos here in this one. What's this stuff here? So flying discs sighted by Fred Chrisman and Harold A. Dow, Tacoma, Washington. Okay. Declassified. Title: Investigation of Flying Discs. Reason: investigation initiated at the request of Air Defense Command reference of LTR HQ ADC. So these are all statements and affidavits of people who have seen UFOs. Reports of flying discs again. Okay. And this is 1947. Let's remember this. This is stuff from 1947, so this is very old. 8/15, 1947. That's how long this has been. And Dr. Greer, he's been talking about this for a long time. Um, he's been talking about all these people with their counts, everything that's been going on, when it's been happening, where they come from. He knows exactly what's going on. So if you're interested in knowing, Dr. Greer is really the man who knows what is going on here. A lot of people say he's out of this world with some of the things, but the truth is we have that we're not ready for what's about to come out. We're in a whole new transition right now. This is going to be a whole different world come another 10 years. Heads up, folks. Flying discs are age. So, this was a report, I guess, that happened. Let's read it. Flying saucer reported flashing down canyon at 1,000 miles per hour. Two others are seen. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. They saw a UFO. We don't need to read that, to be honest. Saucer is seen flying down Snake Gorge, so they're flying. I can't even read that. A close-up view of the flying saucer as it passed by Gregor Falls. Okay. Ooh, side view. It was about 20 feet long, he says. 10 feet high. We want some photos. What's this? Flying saucer alleged specimens. So these are apparently components and parts taken from a flying saucer. It's interesting how they have, so that's interesting. If it wasn't black and white, it would really be easy to tell what we're looking at. That to me kind of looks like a turbine. Okay, let's check the next one. We're just gonna keep going down the list. There's 161 of these files to go through. I don't know if we're gonna get through them all today, but it's a good start. And I know that there's going to be a bunch of other people that are going to be taking a matter about this as well and wanting everybody to know. So, I hope that everybody really takes a stand against this because this is going to change our whole life. Um, everybody talks about wanting to have spaceships and wanting to be able to fly in cars and all that stuff, but nobody really wants to put the effort in to get it. And this is what's really needed to happen. We got to let all this out so we can get rid of the big oil companies, the useless energy, the nuclear fuel, and we can start moving towards 0 point energy, which is just going to be absolutely a game changer for everybody. These look like they're all same things, memorandums. We got 1948 though, so we're moving up the way a bit. 1949. Same thing. People just talking about. Uh, excuse me. I'm a little tired this morning. People just talking about the concerning of flying discs. Um, like I said, these are all things that we kind of know about, really. Like, we know for years people have been saying, hey, there's UFOs happening. What are we doing about this? And everybody just goes, it's not happening. It's okay. And I'm sure a lot of these files, like, not the classified ones, but when it comes to any of the news reports or whatever, we've already seen these. This just makes it official that, yeah, there was actually something going on with it. Um, like this, for example, this ad, the amazing flying saucer, fun for the whole family. Basically, this was when a frisbee was designed. Yeah. So this is when the very first frisbee was designed, it looks like. So people first thought they were UFOs. Then they go, oh wait, people are making frisbees. And then the government went, wow, people thought a bunch of frisbees were UFOs. Well, it was both, really. That's what I mean. We've seen the frisbee be made. We know that. Section 5. We're gonna scroll down here. So, this guy inquired what to be done with the flying saucers. It was advised that it's being prepared for Los Angeles office, suggesting that it was making the discreet check of the background of the individual who wrote the letter to Winchell and thereafter interview him for details. Those are so faded. 12th last subtle results, background investigation, and interview of subject, Hoover. So FBI. Transmit the following message to West. He was hiking on the mountains out of LA and he observed about 1.5 or 1/2 block away from him a large silver object shaped like a child's top, about the size of a balloon. He, he gained the impression there was life within the object, though he saw no one. He stood up and waved towards the object, and within a second it took off, knocking him to the ground. Discreetly checking background of Jones, thereafter interview him for the purpose of determining any facts in his possession concerning the statements of hearing. Got my phone going off. What do we got here? Ugh. The possible route of saucers. The saucer base may be further south or in such a location as to allow them in their course to pass through the Alaskan weather currents somewhere in their course between Alaska and USA. Heavier is storm area. So on or all over USA. So we have Canada, possible route, possible route. So they're trying to say that there's a base hidden in this area. Interesting. Um, An investigator for the Air Force stated that the three so-called flying saucers have been recovered in New Mexico. They're described as being circular in shape with raised centers, approximately 50 feet in diameter. Each one was occupied by three bodies of human shape, but only 3 feet tall. Dressed in metallic cloth and a very fine texture, each body was bandaged in a manner similar to the blackout suits used by the speed flyers and test pilots? Yeah. Okay. According to Mr. Ho's informant, the saucers were found in New Mexico due to the fact that the government has a very high-powered radar setup, and in that area it is believed that the radar interferes with the controlling mechanism of saucers. No further evaluation was attempted by S.A. Kurtzman concerning the above. Interesting. Just kind of scrolling through, seeing if you got any more files. Flying saucers, the real story. The U.S. built the first one in 1942. This is on page 5 here if you're interested. Okay, what do we got here? These designs and later ones are real. The saucers appear have power to coast long distances, thus saving on fuel consumption. Direction of the aircraft, velocity, and turn evidently are controlled by the angle at which the jet nozzles are tilted. Ooh, a surprise package from Mars. That's interesting. Nocturnal invasion. We've seen these, okay. That's interesting, because we've seen similar UFOs to that. That's an alien they're trying to make out to be, but we've seen UFOs with that design before. It's the octopus UFO, people like to call it. Let's scroll down here. Oh, what the fuck is... Okay. Is horse feathers so much in the drawings sent you Saturday? Uh, there's wheels on the saucers. There are 3 wheels. They are pulled up into places in the saucer after twice covers. Okay. This confirms... I don't know what that says. Some people write so messy. Drawing number 1. What are we looking at? This drawing has no... What is that? Equalizers? I can't even... It will look plain. The equalizers are shown in drawing 2. Okay. Is a wand. Woo. Equalizers. I'm just trying to understand exactly what this is. That's really interesting, though. If there's some to remember, is remember this photo or something. I swear to God, that is the pattern that we see on some of these UFOs, like the chip pattern. What else do we got? What's this? It's just some illustrations, I guess. Okay. Okay. Very nice. More counts. More memorandums. Saw UFOs. Ooh, what the fuck? Okay. That's the back. So now we're at the front. So this is a file right here that has been opened up. And there is a black thing right there. Interesting. You can really see it. I think it's the orb. Okay, what's this? Flying saucers. It's crazy how old some of these pages have become. So we're really lucky to be able to have, captured some of these. More flying saucers. Okay, that's number 5. We're gonna go through number 6 quick. Let's see if there's any good photos here. Like I was saying, if you're just trying to see what's going on, they do got some photos up here of some different things. This is the one that's very amazing. Um, we've actually seen something similar to this with Dr. Stephen Greer. Yeah, we're gonna go through some of these ones. I'm just gonna do a quick scroll, see if there's anything interesting to go through. This is a UAP taken at the Till, New Mexico. Interesting. Summary of sightings of UAPs. So these are all different sightings. Wow. What? $1943. Compare with planet Venus on unusually clear night. Larger than a basketball, flat and round. High speeds. Oval. Oblong. Teardrops. A lemon with a tail. Cigar. Round diamond. Ball of light. That's really crazy. Everything that we know is what's coming out. It's just absolutely crazy. Let's start working our way down some of these. We want to see photos. What do we got? Look what we've dished up for you. Sunday on ABC television. Oh dear. What is this? So I guess there was a balloon that went up, and they went, "Oh my God, it's UFO!" And then they're like, "No, no, it's not UFO. It's just a balloon, you dumb animals." Oh, what's this? Oh, these are the real secret ones. You know when they're real secret? When they're black. Project Eiffel. What the fuck? Okay. I'm just reading it. Light kept fading. Wasn't really much. It was an eyewitness testimony. That's why I didn't really care to read it. I was just doing a quick glance, making sure there's nothing really interesting in it. Yeah, more flying saucer stories. A Cincinnati Enquirer. Truth about flying saucers. Okay, so something that I'm trying to kind of like picking up with right now is that a lot of these files are in date. So I just want to take a gander here and let's go to page 17 or 16. Yeah. Ah ha ha ha. Yes, and this is what I wanted to see. A sighting. Oh, it's redacted. It's redacted 2023. Very redacted. Let's go back a page. Let's see the 72. Oh, look at there. 3 dots. There. Was this on the moon? This looks like it was on the moon. That's insane. So we have our triangular one on the moon. And that's really far out. Okay. Apollo 17. So this is the Apollo 17 sighting. Okay. Wow. Apollo 12. Wow. So there's something there. This isn't crew debriefing. So this is a crew debriefing? This is a talking. Prepared by the training office and crew training, so Space Center. Visual sightings. Okay. Interesting. Oh, we got some photos. We got some photos. Okay. Ooh, very interesting. Okay, so these are the photos that we're seeing on the news right now. All these black and white ones. Everything's fucking redacted. We don't want you to see anything. But you can see there's a UFO up there. Oh yeah. If we work our way back, it might be easier. Because this is just the first batch. So let's keep in mind, we're on page 17. Is when the next batch will come out. All black and white photos. We don't really care for those. They're all the same shit. The little black dots. I click that one. So these are just different angles of it. Okay. Okay, yeah. Western United States. More UAPs. That's a good one. Ooh, okay. We got some footage here. Let's play this. What the fuck is that? Oh, that was a drone. Oh, that's interesting. We're getting some real footage here. We got two lights. That's interesting. They look like... That's crazy. Report and identify UAP. Looks like there's two of them, maybe? Or it's slowly wobbling. That's crazy. So that's a drone there, and then it went boom. Okay, so we're gonna... Which one was that? That looks like the same kind of thing. What? Look at them fly around. This looks like it's an angle down from one of those reconnaissance planes. Oh yeah. And gone. I'm back. So they definitely have a hard time locking onto these things. Oh. There we go. Let's see here. What's this one? Ooh, this looks like it might be a good one. There. Okay. Right there. It just flies by. Ever so slightly. Right here. Whew. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Another video. Ooh. Got some up there. A lot of these are radar. Whoa, that's interesting. Now we're... Whoa. Whoa. Look at that. That's fucking crazy. trying to make it out to what that could be. Like, what? An 8-pointed star with arms alternating length. That's crazy. I think we saw that, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? You saw that one? Let's watch it again. Wow. Yeah, that's one we saw on the news. Okay. Let's go to this. Syria. What? So it just spawned and just... I have no idea what that is. That's weird. What? What the fuck? Like a light glare halo effect. That's crazy. There we go. Wow. Yeah, there's our octopus one. The upside down teardrop kind of thing. Lemon with a tail. Whatever you want to call it. That's it right there. Wow. I'm trying to make out what that is. God. It's the one in Iraq we saw on the news. Okay. Oh, wow. That's shot by. What the fuck is this thing tracking? Wow. That's pretty incredible. When you look at just what they see, that's incredible. They can literally see everything. Something here. Could be a boat. Yeah, it's a boat. That's crazy. Another Iraq one. This is that same one. That frickin' octopus one. That's the one that scares me the most, I think, is the octopus one. It just floats. It's not like it's going anywhere. It's actually just chilling, you know, and that's what creeps me out about it, to be honest. Whoa. Mission reports. So now we're getting into the mission reports. Let's see what this is. Oh. Hmm. Well, I think we blew through quite a bit of these now. So, is there anything else here? We got some redactions in this one. Let's take a look-see quick. So, UFOs and what we should prepare for. stripping the UFO phenomenon of its irrational layer. Wow, okay. So this is the table of contents. UFOs, hypotheses, modeling attempts, UFOs and defenses, the colonization of space, the Roswell affair. This might be a really good read, Loki. Let's see if there's anything big important in it that I can find. Interesting. Photos. Well, that's interesting. So we went through some of the files. Is there anything more? Go to Arrow. Check out their shit. UAP imagery. Just gonna close some tabs. These ones, I think I've seen a lot of them before. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's basically it for that. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we get some more soon, and the government doesn't completely destroy us. If you want to check it out yourself, go to war.gov/UFO, or there's the Arrow one, arrow.mil. But yeah, definitely keep up on it. We got photos. What's this? Um, yeah, hopefully we keep getting more though. But yeah, the one that gets me is this one here. Yep, Apollo 17. So these were all the photos that we just looked at basically. but we went through them ourselves. Anyways, have a good day, guys. Gonna end this stream here.